We are embarking on an expedition into a realm where machines learn, innovate, and harbor the potential for deception. We stand at the precipice of the riveting cosmos of artificial intelligence. Yet as we welcome this revolutionary technology that reshapes our existence, we must address an essential question. How shall we traverse the ethical problems arising from AI's increasing influence? So prepare yourselves as we navigate through AI Ethics 101, unraveling the concealed dangers, potential hazards, legal implications, and the profound moral enigmas encircling this fascinating domain. We've taken a giant step forward with the introduction of artificial intelligence. Machine learning algorithms can now generate text and graphics and even mimic human voices, which was unthinkable only a few years ago. Advanced models like GPT-4 and image generation technologies like DALL-E 2 and Stable Diffusion have transformed how we create content, ushering in an era of autonomous creativity that blurs the divide between us and machines. But while we reap the benefits of modern technology, we're met with many questions that need to be answered. Though powerful, artificial intelligence has risks. The variable risk environment it presents, depending on the application, is one such essential component. For example, the danger is negligible when an AI like Google's upcoming tool condenses a lengthy email exchange into a concise summary. The original emails are a reference, even if the algorithm misses vital information. Consider an AI that provides financial or medical advice. The stakes are raised dramatically. What if the AI generates inaccurate data or misinterprets a trend? The consequences can be disastrous. This was demonstrated when CNET, a well-known brand, was forced to submit edits for more than half of 77 AI-written financial stories it published. The risk of misleading its readers was real and significant, emphasizing the significance of human oversight and discernment in AI use. The ability of AI systems to lie is also concerning. AI models are capable of creating convincingly realistic data. The problem is that these fabrications frequently mix with the truth, leaving us in the dark. Transparency is an ethical need and a tool that allows people to evaluate AI-generated information critically. Concerns about misinformation drag us farther into the maze of AI ethics. The power of AI to generate content independently can be used to spread misinformation, which has potentially harmful consequences. Deepfakes, for example, are already creating alarm. These AI-generated photos or films depict people talking or doing things they never said or did. False information spread by AI can disrupt public debate, skew the facts, and even cause harm. To prevent such misuse, education and strict supervision are essential. The development of artificial intelligence has given rise to an unprecedented number of opportunities and prospects. However, we must proceed with caution along this route. Even while we let AI take the wheel in some aspects of our lives, we should always be prepared to apply the handbrake if necessary. To traverse this new environment responsibly, the first step is to know the ethical problems related to AI. These conundrums are both complicated and far-reaching. Concerns about AI's role in the propagation of false information are closely tied to the possibility that AI might be used for deceit. The ability of AI to generate and disseminate incorrect information poses a grave risk to the cohesiveness of society as well as to decision-making on a variety of different levels. These concerns are not only theoretical in nature. Prime instances include the production of deepfakes, which are computer-generated photographs, audio recordings, and videos that depict genuine people participating in fictitious activities. This technology can be utilized in producing fake news, hoaxes, and scams, weakening our belief in organizations, individuals, and even our own senses. The societal ramifications are broad and extend to political debate, public safety, and individual reputation. Constant vigilance, effective fact-checking procedures, and public understanding of this technology's capabilities and limitations are required to fight against AI-generated misinformation. However, this is not all. The immediate ramifications of AI's outputs are only the tip of the iceberg regarding the complex web of copyright issues. Artificial intelligence systems like GPT-4 and Stable Diffusion require significant training data, most of which is obtained via the internet. This is where things start to get dangerous. This enormous body of data will invariably contain some content protected by intellectual property laws. The ongoing litigation against AI developers like OpenAI and Microsoft is a prime example of this phenomenon. The fact that these organizations are being sued for allegedly employing code and graphics protected by intellectual property rights in their training data exemplifies the controversial junction of AI development and intellectual property rights. A further layer of complication is added to this scene because of the legal ownership of AI-generated content still needs to be specified. It's essential for anybody who plans to use or build AI tools to have a solid understanding of the delicate dynamics of copyright in artificial intelligence, as significant legal risks lurk in the shadows. Nevertheless, problems with copyright infringement and false information aren't the only ethical problems posed by AI. The inherent prejudice seen in AI systems is another critical problem. The data that an AI was trained on typically reflects the prominent biases in that data, which in turn reflects the preferences present in society. Take, for instance, the artificial intelligence image generator known as Stable Diffusion. When the technology was requested to generate a picture of engineers working in a laboratory, it provided images of male characters. This perpetuates the long-held misconception that engineering is a predominantly male-dominated field. Given that the data used to train the AI comes from an inherently biased source, the internet, this bias can extend to ethnic, cultural, or socioeconomic elements. These biases pose severe concerns, primarily when AI is used in decision-making contexts like recruitment, loan approvals, or predictive policing. They risk reinforcing harmful stereotypes, leading to unjust outcomes and societal inequalities. Acknowledging and taking active steps to mitigate these biases is imperative for AI developers and users. While artificial intelligence has enormous potential, it is laden with ethical issues that must be addressed. The concerns range from misinformation spreading to legal conflicts over copyright to deep-seated prejudices ingrained in AI operations. Understanding these concerns is the first step towards responsibly and ethically utilizing the power of AI. The allure of artificial intelligence must be matched with a commitment to transparency, accountability, and fairness. We must ensure that our drive for technological innovation does not jeopardize our ethical standards as we navigate this uncharted territory. Moving forward, it's critical to recognize the proactive measures taken by numerous organizations in the form of ethical rules and values. These seek to shape the usage and development of AI in a useful and just manner. For example, OpenAI has produced a charter outlining its dedication to ensuring that artificial general intelligence benefits all of humanity. Similarly, non-profit organizations such as the AI Now Institute are actively engaged in research and campaigning to address the social ramifications of artificial intelligence. These principles serve as helpful standards pointing the way towards responsible AI use. They emphasize the fundamental concepts of transparency, fairness, and accountability that should guide AI adoption. However, as useful as these concepts are, they need to be universally implemented or adopted, and their implementation is frequently subjective and based on individual interpretation. This brings us to the critical function of regulation and monitoring in artificial intelligence. Because of AI's sheer size, scope, and revolutionary potential, a legal framework is required to limit risks and avoid exploitation. Regulatory agencies worldwide, such as the European Union, are stepping in to provide legal frameworks for AI to use. For example, the EU's AI regulation plan intends to assure the trustworthiness of AI by putting requirements on AI developers and users and defining high-risk AI systems that require more robust control. While political bodies act on the macro level, it's up to each individual to negotiate these ethical quandaries properly on the local level. Whether you're an AI developer, a business owner who uses AI tools, or an individual who uses AI for personal purposes, you share some of the blame. All factors must be considered when using AI, including the risk environment in which you operate, the potential for deception, and data biases. Each person on this path must be critical and alert. AI tools should be checked, especially in high-risk situations. Rather, they should be considered collaborators with human oversight validating their contribution. When employing AI, we should strive for transparency by notifying all relevant stakeholders about AI usage and avoiding biases and misinformation. Finally, as we embrace the glories of AI, we are inevitably confronted with a slew of ethical quandaries. These are not easy questions to answer, and they don't imply that we should reject the march of technology. Instead, they remind us that while we continue to explore the promise of artificial intelligence, we must approach it with prudence, mindfulness, and a solid ethical compass. Unraveling and steering through AI's ethical intricacies requires a collective endeavor. It invites us all to partake in and immerse ourselves in thoughtful discourse and decision-making. As we forge ahead, let us act responsibly, acutely aware of how our actions might reverberate through the societal fabric. The enticing expedition into AI's domain awaits us. Yet we must tread this path with vigilance, mindfulness, and a profound understanding of the ethical complexities it unfurls.